Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Archnemesis League 3.17. In this episode, I'm going to be going over my Explode Animate Guardian and how I've increased the area of effect of the Animate Guardian to increase the area of the explosions and how this helps, and it actually applies the curse of the glove. It's so cool. I have so many things to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, here we go. Ritual. Vessels with explosions. You can see how fast we're gaining the points. You see how fast they're dying. They're just exploding. Everything's dead. Ritual 2. Boom. That's a lot of points. Here's another ritual. Oh my god, it's just exploding. GG, the whole ritual's dead. Instant. And now the last ritual, watch this. And then we'll roll the ritual together. The speed. Wow, my AG almost died to the DD. Okay, now let's check the ritual. Also, my AG has 105k. I recommend 95 to 105k. Here we go. That was pretty close too. Warlord Carnal 83s. Meh. Anything else? And to give a different change of pace, just not instead of one map and one thing and like cherry pick, I wanted to show, let's do tower of just running through, clicking some strong boxes and just seeing the clear best case scenario. I'm not even going to loot, I'm just going to see what happens with explosions, because that's really what this is about. It's what I was trying to do with the ritual. I just don't really think I got it across as good as I wanted it to be. So now I'm just going to go through, try to clear as fast as I can, not even worry, and just and see what happens because of the, you can tell the difference. I'm pretty sure Rico was able to notice. People who have tried explosion version have been like, holy shit, that's really satisfying. It's like, yeah, it's actually good. It has some downsides. I have to go into that after. It has upsides and it has downsides. It's more for the clear, and really it's not about the single target, but then the clear does make the single target cool because they don't have to kill all the AoE. And yeah, like, this is with like double beyond. We have 17% here, and then I put beyond on the map device too. Or no, I put strong boxes. I got ignited. We're not ignite immune, but I have Abberath. Let's keep going. Boom, 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 boom. Arcanist. Boom, 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 boom. That ignite was pretty big. I think I have minus max res, that's why it hurts so much. It's like I don't have a brass dome on. And I'm doing Searing Exarch, so I'm taking increased damage. Fuck that abyss. It went the wrong way, bro. If it went the right way every time, maybe. Grand Eldritch Embers, nice. Wakened Sextant. Ooh, Tabula. Oh my god. My House of Mirrors is selling. And thank you for watching the clip. Alright, now I want to get into the video of how this actually works. You guys have seen why you would want it, how it like clears, how it's useful that way. And then you're probably wondering, well, how do we actually get this into the Animate Guardian? So first, I want to show you, since I didn't show it in the last video, I want to show this. So first, let me show this. This is some information for people who are trying to do Animate Guardian, to add on to my Animate Guardian video. I told them how much res that the tree gives, but I didn't go over the base. So when you go and do Path of Building, you can put on an Animate Guardian, and you can go into the stats, and you can click Show Minion Stats, and you can see the minion stats. So 40, 40, 40, 20. It has 40 Elemental and 20 Chaos. Then I said in my video with the PowerPoint, I said if you take this and this, so the Grave Intentions and the Endom Army Wheel, it goes up to 83 and 73 when you take this extra max LE res for the minions. 83, 73. So you're missing 2 Chaos, and to be overcapped on the LE for Elemental Weakness and Scorch, you just need about 27 Elemental res on the gear and 2 Chaos. It's so simple, really. It's so simple. So that was just the start. I don't need to go into that anymore. GG. And then you can actually like equip gear on POB, and then it'll actually show on the Animate Guardian too. Like you could put gear. Yeah, you could see how it works out. But you know, we don't need that. We'll be fine. Now today, what is this combo? So first of all, it's a Crusader item level 85 plus body armor. And you're going to be going for the enemies you kill. Well, we'll do this one. Enemies you kill have a % chance to explode, dealing 1/10 of their maximum life as physical damage. This is a Crusader mod. I'll show you the PoEDB for the information there. So this has Crusader, and we have this one. And then at 75... you get an 11 to 20% chance with physical, and it's 100 weighting. And if you want one that's 4 times as rare and actually way more popular because of the big increase in chance, which I went for this one, and I'll show you the differences in the cost and obviously the consistency, the chaining, the explosions, everything dying. It's going to work a lot better when you have a higher chance, obviously. So you could also get area if you do the elevated, which costs even more. But for the beginning, you could start with a cheap one. So I'll show you that first. I searched up just the mod Crusader item level 8. You don't need to do that. You could just search the mod on a body armor. And then we see enemies you kill, 14, 18. You could divine this to 20. You could get extra mods. You could craft on it with the open mods. % life, maybe reses, whatever you want. This is actually pretty cool. Now I'll mention something though for people who don't think of the downsides of if they go this. So if they go this, they lose. This page is outdated, I know, but I'm just going to use it for this. Garb of the Ephemeral was the chest plate I normally recommend, and currently I'm actually using in-game a brass dome, which gives me crit immunity. If you don't have a brass dome and you take off the Garb of the Ephemeral on your Animate Guardian, warning, the enemies nearby will then be able to deal crits, and so this is dangerous. So I'd like to do a huge warning that you probably want Garb, but if you want to try the explosions for the clear, it's really fun and satisfying, and it makes a huge difference in the clear, and you could try it for cheap. But then if you want to go even more into the explosions, the way it works, your Animate Guardian doesn't really get kills that often. So the way we make him get the kills is nearby enemies killed by anyone count as being killed by you instead. Gravebind. So he shares the kills with the minions in an area, and it's pretty good with the Kingmaker. I'll show you that too. So we have a weapon on the Animate Guardian called the Kingmaker, and the Kingmaker gives a circle of Fortify to your teammates. Nearby allies have Fortify, nearby allies have Crit Multi, and then nearby allies have Culling Strike. So I've noticed that he and the ones around him get the Culling, and the range of this is similar to the range of Gravebind, and so it actually works for like getting the kills because it executes when they're 10% or less, and so it helps steal the kills basically, and then Gravebind, and then it synergizes with the chest plate to do the explosions. And then we found something else that I didn't even know, and I didn't notice until somebody else said it. They said, I really like the vulnerability chaining, and I was like, what? So basically, you can get a curse on the glove too, like normal vulnerability curse on glove. Right now, it's sold out. There are some on offline. There are none in the game. You have to corrupt this yourself, which is kind of rare. So you buy this, and then you would corrupt it with a Valorb, and you would gamble for vulnerability. You could go for some other curses in the meantime if you wanted like a cheaper one, because I guarantee that something like this, 2x is a lot cheaper than not existing at all. And then you also could do temporal chains. That's way more expensive. People are actually doing that one. I guess people figured out the curse thing. Gravebind, they started actually doing Gravebind. Wow. I guess I slipped through the market again. So yeah, you could buy these though. They're 5C, 8C, and then you could corrupt them going for the Vuln. And it chains. So this is physical damage, and it's on hit. So then the curse, I'll show you the enfeeble just for the wording. Curse enemies with enfeeble on hit, so the chestplate explosion actually hits, and so it actually curses, and then the AoE. Now you know about the combo of the explosion and the Gravebind and the Kingmaker, and you have the downside of now the enemies can crit and you don't have the action speed slow, so this is dangerous. This is why it was a fun build at first, but it's actually getting better and better as I keep going, and I realize you can invest more because this is just a single mod on a rare chest plate. It is rare. Oh, I needed to show this. 25, 100. So it's really rare for this one, and the price of this one, so the cheap one, 5, 10C, yeah. And then the one with the higher, 20%, is 3.5x, 4x. So if you lose this chest plate, bye-bye. It's dead. Like your Animate Guardian loses its gear on death. So you don't want it to die, and it's actually riskier because of the no garb of the ephemeral. So probably test this with a cheap one, and if it's good with this, it's going to be even better after, which is pretty sick. And you can do the Gravebind. You can do a cheap one without the curse in the beginning just to try out the explosions, honestly. But that's if you don't already have. If you already have the garb of the ephemeral on the Animate Guardian, you can't take it off. You would have to equip this over it and delete this basically. So that kind of sucks. Now there's one more thing that we figured. Well, basically, in the past, I've played this other build last season. So I was messing with the monogruels. If you guys don't know what a monogruel's grasp is, it makes your zombies, when they kill an enemy, explode. The enemies explode, dealing 25% or something, or 20% of the monster's life and fire damage in an explosion. So it's pretty similar to that chest plate. The difference is, for me, that now the Animate Guardian doesn't even have to kill them, it just shares the kills in a circle. So just around the Animate Guardian, things are getting exploded, which is really sick. Like 30% of the time, things are exploding, and then it's for big damage because it scales off. Oh, this is where I was going with it. I figured out that the monogruel's explosion scales off of minion damage modifier. It scales off of the enemy's life. It scales off of the gems that support the zombies. So the support gems that support the zombies. In this case, this is the Animate Guardian. So to support the body armor explosion, I could support the Animate Guardian with links. So what I did was I linked the Animate Guardian to an anomalous area of effect, increased area of effect, and it was like 60 area of effect, and I was like, oh shit. It increases the area of the explosion just like it did on the monogruel's grasp explosion. I was able to do on the monogruel's fire pen, ignite prolift, combustion. So basically I made a monogruel's grasp fire explosion that then ignited, and the ignite would then prolift, and the ignite was so big because it was percent HP based, and then it would chain and everything would die for 2 screens, and it was insane. So it reminds me of this because, well, we just kill and then it chains and it explodes and everything dies, and vulnerability curse everything, and what the fuck. But the only problem is it's only 30%. It's not guaranteed, but it is physical instead of fire, which I kind of like better actually. And then we could, like I said, we could put more mods on the chest plate too. It's really powerful, really sick. And then, so I told you that I had linked it with the area of effect, and I was like, okay, so area of effect does work just like the Monarch rules. Then somebody in chat said, yo, what about anomalous AG for the 60 AoE? And I said, man, I can't give up the extra life on the Animate Guardian. And then I did some thoughts in my head. I was like, wait, so I gave up a support gem for 60 AoE, and the alt quality Animate Guardian without extra quality from the amulet is already 60, and then in the extra support gem I could put minion life, which took my Animate Guardian up to like 150, 160,000 life. It was disgusting. So I could have the zombie in the ring, and the zombie could have the +2, and I don't need the zombie in the helmet, so I could have an extra link on the Animate Guardian to keep him alive. And then I realized, yeah, then I could use the anomalous Animate Guardian like he said, and it was better than we thought. It's 150, not 60. And it has some of the best AoE scaling, and I didn't really need the AoE for the Spectre anyways, because I had AoE here. And so I like this a lot. And then 150 AoE on the Animate Guardian feels disgusting, and so you could go for a 2020, but I would seriously recommend having him between 95 and 105k life. More than this is probably recommended when you start to push extra hard stuff. I'm probably going to go higher after seeing what happened today in that clip of doing the ultimate juiced 4-vessel ritual with like double beyond and all the beyond shit on the, oh my god, that DD, dude, it almost got him. He needs a bit more life, honestly, just a little bit, and that would be nice. Without the he doesn't have the garb of the ephemeral right now. Yeah, so we have to actually get more extra. The extra minion life would be the difference, but I highly recommend area of effect on him. We also have the area effect from the Fearsome Force. We have 15, 15, and the 15 if you use a skill recently, an extra 15. I was using Plaguebringer before I made this swap because I wanted the extra AoE for the Carrion Golem. You could use this to, like, when you consume a corpse with the Flesh Offering, it gives an extra 30 AoE, but I realized since we gave 50 AoE to the Animate Guard, 150 AoE, 30 isn't that much, and then I could get the 20% more minion life, which helps keep them alive if we're taking away the Divergent Animate Guardian, right? Because this is it's not just a pure upgrade, it's swaps where you have downsides and you have to make up for the downside, and so it's like downsides just to up our clear speed through the Animate Guardian, which is a really great route. And then like you'd be open to crits if you don't have the Brass Dome and the Garb of the Ephemeral, so it's a fair warning that you would probably have to be tankier yourself too to not feel like you're just getting destroyed by crits. You might also want to maybe reduce the crit damage. You could get reduced crit damage on the shield, an implicit corruption on the chest plate. You could get reduced crit on the tree. If you do armor nodes, you have reduced extra crit here, and there's technically this one, but it's armor ES and it's not that great. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the Explode Animate Guardian. I hope this was all the information. I'll go through, so I'll just do a final, like, for anyone who doesn't understand what the overall gear would be. So the gear would be a Kingmaker weapon. You would have the Explode chestplate, either your cheap one with mods, maybe you craft it with there's actually a craft that allows you to items dropped on death if equipped by an Animate Guardian. You could I crafted this on mine for 1C. So if you bought the really expensive Crusader chestplate, 20% to 30%, and divined it to 30%, and it's 3.5x, I crafted a 1C craft that item drops on death. So I'll actually get it back. Okay, so the chestplate, this, then Kingmaker, then you have the helmet. Also, if you want more information, you can go watch my actual Animate Guardian guide that was before this. Has more information as well, and more versions, the cheap version, etc. This is just the Explode. The helmet, nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage. It's the Elder helmet, item level 85. And then the glove is the Gravebind with the curse if you can for vulnerability. Possibly another one since you want to use Gravebind in this one, or maybe no corruption, just because cheap to test out the explosion. The boot, you want the brittle, so in the new influence you can buy a boot with this Searing Exarch mod, Brittle Ground. So you can just search for Brittle Ground, and it drops Brittle Ground while moving, lasting 4 seconds. I like this one better than the unique one. And then you put it on your Animate Guardian, and he leaves Brittle Ground when he walks around. It's really sick. That's everything I recommend from Animate Guardian. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Explode version, where we scaled the Animate Guardian with... You could scale him with support gems. His quality is AoE, the minion damage. We could even 6-link an Animate Guardian for the explosions. Really, you could make a carry out of this. It's really impressive what an Animate Guardian is able to do. Why is he hardcore though? Holy shit, man. If he dies, rest in fucking peace, all that shit. Oh my god, that would suck. Well, either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did like the video, hey, let's see if we can hit 70 likes in one day on this video. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!